intelligent you are, be very careful about companionship. There are so many bright lights that can be smothered by just companionship. There are so many smoldering lights that can be lightened by companionship. If destiny is in your heart, then you should mind choice. I say, if destiny is in your heart, then you should. It was keeping God that made Moses a god. Why was Aaron not a god? Aaron couldn't keep God. The book of Exodus chapter 1, chapter 7 verse 1, Psalm 82 1. Somebody quickly go ahead. Somebody who is, please can you hurry up so that
and the Lord said unto Moses, see,
and the Lord said unto Moses, see, I made thee a god to Pharaoh,
and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet.
And Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet. Yes, go ahead. Okay, verse 4, 15 to 16 of the same Exodus. Exodus now, not Psalm yet.
And thou shalt speak unto him, and put words in his mouth, and I will be with thy mouth and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do.
And you shall be spokesman unto the people.
And it shall be, even he shall be to thee instead of a mouth.
And that shall be to him
instead of God.
Now let me ask you something. Please can you look up? Let me ask you something. Sometimes people are sleeping. They say, hey shepherd, we saw the old man. I saw a lion. Somebody say, I know white lion. I know. When did you know the white lion? When did you know the old man? When did you start seeing this eagle? Is it not because these beings wounded me and then took part of my life and formed themselves? These beings did what? These beings wounded me and took my life and took a sacred life to do appearance. What do I say they did? I said they wounded me and took my sacred life to form a being that can come to you from my sacred life. So when you see that lion, you should know that there is something I have lost. That is why if you look at the lion very close, he has to wear my face. I don't shake that. If you hear the lion's voice very well, that voice has to be my voice. If you look very close to that old man has to wear my face. You see, because the old man has already wounded me and took part of myself, I can no longer recover. But it is my honor. It is my honor to lose my life for that preservation. After all, some people have lost their own and nothing is appearing for them. Some people lost their life for ordinary house. Just ordinary house. Some people lost their life for ordinary ministry. Ordinary. Some people even lost their own for ordinary anointing. Ordinary. Because they can't keep God. Whether you like it or not, that lion cannot stop appearing. Why? Because what they took from me, I have already lost it. I have lost it permanently, so the appearance is also permanent. So when you call Christian, we are now two. This me and the lion that is also appearing. The lion that is appearing to you is also Christian. So So when you call my name, that lion responds. That lion responds to that name. Because the lion have taken the name already to form his image. So you cannot call Christian and that lion will not answer. That is why I don't fight people. Because what we hurt people is already is done already. I say what we hurt people is already done. Oh, your church is here grade 9. Huh? Joshua chapter 1. Somebody say, if I'm a man of God, God will punish you. Say, what are you keeping? If you keep people that can punish people, you don't need to talk to them. What you're keeping will punish them when they call your name for nothing. Huh? Why will I follow you? What? Something that cannot be separated from me is already existing in the realm. I said something that cannot be separated. So if anything hurts me, they will start functioning from heaven. They don't tell me because they have already taken part of me. But that is a privilege. Those who, did I quote the scripture? Joshua chapter 1, yes, go ahead. Joshua chapter 1:1.
Now after the death of Moses,
the servant of God, it came to pass
that the Lord spake unto Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' minister.
Now listen, the difference between Joshua and Moses is that Moses kept the spirit of the law, and Joshua kept company with Moses. Why Joshua was also great is that Joshua has a privilege of keeping company with a God man. Why Aaron was very great is because Aaron had an opportunity to keep company with a God man. Not really keeping the God man inside them, but keeping with. Whether it is inside or with power is power. The reason that God spoke to Joshua is because God saw Joshua with Moses. That God saw that Joshua kept Moses. That Joshua delighted in Moses. That Joshua loved serving Moses. What the church lacks is true love of their leader. If you have a leader that is anointed, a man of God, and you love him, and you keep him in your heart, God will follow him to you. Does somebody should clap hand? It was prophet. It was keeping company with Moses that made Aaron a prophet, made Joshua a warrior, made Nun, made Ajah a great intercessor. Those who keep God in them are always in heaven. Why on earth? Keeping God in us empowers us to represent him. Keeping God in us empowers us wonderfully to represent him. There is nothing, is there in this course, there is nothing you can achieve on earth that is more important than keeping God or keeping company with those that keep God. Two things. Either keeping God or keeping company with those. Please, there is something I told you. I said here about 2 years ago or last year. Hear me. The most wonderful people on earth forever are those that live in Messianic days. You cannot compare yourself with a woman that gave Jesus food and he ate. And she looked at her. She looked at him and said, Onyemwem. That is different from reading him in the Bible. Today we are looking for people. We are using so many images to represent Jesus when some people lived with him, when some people ate with him. We are using people that doesn't look like him to represent him in so many films. But people like Peter the Magdalene, they were there. We will never have people like them, because it is them that will tell us about Jesus very well. That untold story is a pen of meeting people who documented properly the life of Jesus. I mean, the humanity. What made Jesus a Messiah? You know, some people don't know there are different humanities for different people. That messianism of Jesus has a humanity. And we need to know that kind of humanity so that we can know the divinity. There are some people, what they are angry with is the humanity of their pastor. Why are you saying that your pastor should only be divine? He's a man. Pray for him to be a man so that he can stay on earth. But he should be his kind of man. There are different kinds of humanities. There are sacred humanity, but it is humanity. Celestial humanity. That is why when I see people, it will not be difficult for me to know their kind of humanity. That is their frail. Associated with that life. There are people that their humanity makes them liars. It's a kind of humanity. There are people that their humanity make them thieves. Not really detailed. There are people that humanity made them manipulators. There are people that humanity makes them angry. If I say this one, don't be angry. There are people that their humanity makes them to be carrying their belt up and down. Somebody say, yeah, yeah. I didn't take away the just all can I manage. That is all. If you are able to build in a dark place, you run. Don't pray, run. Don't say you're in a church compound, just start running. Don't say you're in New Jerusalem, run. Somebody. Because that belt in his hand is why he's still on earth. Someone say, yeah. Now, finally in this, God will not stay in men until he incarnates spirits. That means the universal God does not stay in men. Before he stayed in Moses, he took the nature of the law. Now, when Moses kept the spirit of the law, why God inspired Miriam and Aaron to talk against Moses was because somebody who kept the spirit of the law should not have wife. So why will Moses marry an Ethiopian woman when he was keeping the spirit of the law? When Christ kept Jesus, he died. And that is why I am like this. I am like this because I am keeping the ancient spirit that owns the earth. I have to keep him. Now, if I take another thing anytime 20 years, I have lied. If I live smoothly, Anytime I have lied. If I lack revelation, I have lied. If mystery didn't end, I have lied. If I become powerless anytime, I have lied. If miracle didn't happen after this preaching, then I have lied. If you will not have encounter in your house this night, then I'm a liar. Because we are two on this altar now. I said we are what? We are two now. We are many here. Excuse me. You don't know what it means for one man to represent old man, represent lion, represent ego. Represent us. Represent all manner of formless spirit. That is how God can love a man. That kind of value. One man. So how, if you get angry with Christian, who will you be fighting with? Is it lion now, or old man, or us? Who are you fighting with? I won't bother about you. I'll go and be sleeping. I said I will not do what? No, I'm not the one that will go down. I said I'm not the one that going down is impossible. Something I have lost does not allow me to go down. "59 years. Today I was thanking God for a life that have clear direction. It is different from doing verbal preaching. Who can preach? Preaching is difficult. Listen, I said in the course, I said the universal God can be kept. That is, in the universal form, God cannot be with men. Don't forget, in the days of Jesus didn't appear like lion, because he didn't lose his body to be a lion. No, he didn't lose his life to be a lion. He lost his life to be a lamb. What I have shared is a revelation that is beyond this time. Now, there is something I want to bring out quickly to somebody. Keeping God hurts men. The Bible is a holy book written by men, inspired of God, with 66 books, starting with Genesis and ended with Revelation. The Bible, Word of God. If you look up, I'm going to give you a gift. Everybody on earth will be hot at a point. Everybody on earth will be hurt. I mean H-U-R-T. Everybody on earth will be hurt at a time. Now, if people refuse the positive heart of vision inspired by God, they will take H-U-R-T from Satan. If people refuse the H-U-R-T of vision from God, Satan undeniably will hurt them. Now, death is